The town gathered for another cruel spectacle, an auction in the dusty square, where pride was cheaper than whiskey and hearts were colder than steel. A young woman stood trembling on the wooden stage, her dress torn, her dignity stripped by jeers. They called her names, mocked her size, and laughed like it was a game. But in her eyes burned quiet defiance, the kind that only those who've survived too much can carry. From the edge of the crowd, a rancher watched. He saw no entertainment in the cruelty, only shame. He'd lost everything once, his wife, his land, his faith in people, and maybe that's why he stepped forward now. "I'll take her," he said, voice steady, cutting through the noise. The laughter died. Coins clinked. The auctioneer shrugged and slammed his hammer down. Just like that, she was his, but not in the way the town expected. When he untied her wrists, she stared, confused. "Why?" she asked softly. He handed her his hat and said, "Because no one deserves to be treated like cattle." For the first time in years, someone had spoken to her without mockery. They left the town together, walking into the open desert where silence meant peace, not fear. Days passed. She helped mend fences, fed his horses, and learned to ride. The ranch became their refuge, two broken souls, rebuilding what cruelty had tried to destroy. But whispers spread. The men who had mocked her wanted revenge, unable to stand the thought of her finding strength instead of shame. When they came one night, torches in hand, they expected fear. What they found was fire. She stood at the gate with the rancher beside her, holding the shotgun steady. "You had your fun," she said, voice like iron. "Now it's over." The wind howled across the plains as she fired a single shot into the air. The mob froze, their laughter gone. They saw now what they had created. Not a victim, but a woman who had found her power. When the dust settled, the night was silent again. She looked at the rancher and smiled faintly. "Guess we're even now," she said. He shook his head. "No," he replied, "we're free." Under the endless stars, they stood side by side, not as owner and possession, not as outcasts, but as equals who refused to be broken by the cruelty of the world.